Ever wondered how to boost your financial flexibility by depositing cash into your Chime account right at Walgreens? Stay tuned because this could change the way you manage your money. I am absolutely thrilled you're here today because we're tackling a highly requested, super practical topic in this explainer. We're looking at exactly how to easily digitize your cash using Walgreens locations.
For many of us, navigating a digital-first financial world when we still have physical cash in our hands can honestly feel like a giant puzzle. It's like, what do you do with the paper bills? But bridging that gap is actually a whole lot easier than you might think.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. Introduction, 2. Preparation, 3. The step-by-step process, 4. Common issues and solutions, 5. Tips and tricks, and finally, 6. Frequently asked questions.
Let's jump right into Section 1, Introduction. Why choose Walgreens? As you probably know, Chime is a financial technology company, not a traditional bank, which basically means they don't have physical branch locations you can just walk into. So to solve the cash problem, they built a massive retail deposit network. And this breakdown brilliantly illustrates the huge financial benefit of choosing Walgreens over other retailers. It is completely fee-free. Look at this comparison. While you can totally deposit cash at other massive chains like Walmart, CVS, or 7-Eleven, those retailers use networks that can slap you with a convenience fee of up to $4.95 per deposit. But by choosing one of the over 8,500 Walgreens or Duane Reade locations, that fee is exactly $0. You get to keep every single cent of your hard-earned cash.
Moving right along to Section 2, Preparation, before you go.
You actually have 2 distinct methods to make a deposit, which gives you amazing flexibility depending on whether you have your actual card on hand or just your smartphone. The first option is a digital barcode that's generated right inside your Chime app and scanned by the cashier. Or, alternatively, you can just hand over your physical Chime Visa debit card for the cashier to swipe. Both methods communicate securely with Chime's partner banks to credit your account instantly.
So what do you need to bring? The absolute most crucial point is to have these basic items ready, especially your ID. Cashiers may need to verify your identity to prevent fraud. Because of federal Know Your Customer standards, if an automated system happens to flag a transaction for review, the cashier is going to need to match the name on your Chime account to a physical, government-issued ID. So always bring it with you, just in case. Better safe than sorry, right?
Let's dive right into Section 3, Step-by-step process, executing the deposit.
Okay, so before you even walk up to the register, pull out your phone and use the app to locate your store and get your transaction token ready. Tapping Move Money and then Deposit Cash creates a unique, highly secure barcode right on your screen. The built-in Cash Map feature is also absolutely fantastic because it confirms the location you're heading to is an official partner and it verifies that there are 0 fees at that specific address.
Now, when you're actually at the store, speak directly to the cashier and clearly ask for a Chime deposit before you hand over any physical currency or scan your barcode. It is really important to state right up front that it's a Chime deposit so they select the correct option on their point-of-sale terminal. From there, they'll just scan the barcode on your phone with their optical scanner or swipe your physical card, take your cash, and process the whole transaction right there at the register. Super easy.
Once the cashier hits complete, make sure you grab that receipt and immediately check your phone. The funds usually show up in a matter of minutes. That paper receipt is your ultimate proof of transaction, so hold on to it until you see your available balance actually update in the Chime app. The system APIs are literally designed to transmit this data in real time, so you shouldn't be waiting long at all.
All right, let's look at Section 4, Common Issues and Solutions.
Now, take a look at this. Notice how strict these deposit limits are. Knowing them inside and out prevents you from having your transaction surprisingly declined. Chime obviously has to mitigate risks like fraud and money laundering, so because of that, you are capped at a $1,000 load per day and a total of $10,000 per month. Also, definitely take note that if you opt for the physical card swipe instead of using the app barcode, Walgreens enforces a strict $20 minimum deposit.
Here is a really cool workaround. If you happen to lose your card and lock it in the app for safety, you can still confidently walk into Walgreens and deposit cash using just that barcode screen. This is such a brilliant piece of software engineering. Locking your card disables all outbound money flows, like purchases or ATM withdrawals, but it smartly leaves the inbound barcode deposit channel wide open. Talk about a lifesaver.
Next up is Section 5, Tips and Tricks for a Seamless Visit.
Get a load of this number, 78%. This incredibly high accessibility rate basically means you very likely have a fee-free deposit location right in your own neighborhood. By turning existing retail registers into financial touchpoints, Chime is actually providing you with way more walk-in locations than you would ever have with any traditional national bank.
And here's the best part. You are no longer tied down to the traditional 9-to-5 banking schedule. Try visiting during off-peak hours for the fastest possible cashier service. Because these deposits are processed via the retail checkout system rather than the clunky traditional ACH network, you can literally load your account at 9 p.m. on a Sunday night and those funds will be immediately available. That is a real game changer.
And finally, let's bring it home with Section 6, Frequently Asked Questions. First question, are there really no deposit fees? Yes. As long as you are at a Walgreens or Duane Reade location, your cash deposit is absolutely 100% free of charge. You will not see some surprise deduction hit your ledger after the fact. What you hand over is exactly what goes into your account.
Next up, how soon will the funds be available in my account? Almost immediately. Now, occasionally, if there is a weird network delay, the system can take up to 2 hours to fully clear the ledger. If it takes any longer than 2 hours, that's exactly when you should pull out that paper receipt you smartly saved and contact Chime customer support.
A lot of people ask, does this work if I use the Chime Credit Builder card? Absolutely it does. Your cash hits your checking account first, and then it's automatically swept right over to your secured deposit account to fund your credit-building purchases. It seamlessly unifies your spending power and helps you build a positive credit history without constantly worrying about debt accumulation.
And what about ATMs? Can I just deposit the cash directly into a Chime ATM instead? The answer is no. Chime does not support cash deposits at any of their ATMs, which is exactly why utilizing the retail checkout at a place like Walgreens is so incredibly important. You can use their massive ATM network for fee-free withdrawals all day long, but for actually ingesting physical currency, you really must visit a retail partner.
Just to wrap things up, please note that practices and policies may change, so always verify with Chime and Walgreens for the latest information. This explainer is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. But zooming out for a second, it's pretty fascinating how even in our hyper-digital age, the physical cash in our pockets still dictates the physical networks tech companies have to build. So, what do you think? Will there ever be a day where we truly go cashless, or will retail checkout counters remain our bridge between the physical and digital economy? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.